Hello, my friends. Welcome back to an episode of AFC Thames. DoctorBenjyFM. Sometimes you just forget your own name, don't you? Does that ever happen to you? Walk into a Starbucks, say it's John. It's not John. It's not, is it? It's Ben. I'm Ben. DoctorBenjyFM to you and me. How are we? Good? Good. Right, come on then. Now, we are in a weird situation this season. Hopefully, you've been following the journey along. You've seen the last couple of episodes, and you can see here then our form is as colourful as colourful can be. The last games we played was the 1-0 win and the 0-0 against Wealdstone. Since then, things have moved on a little bit. A really tough run of 3 fixtures. You can see it there. Billericay, Maidstone and Dover. Didn't win any of those. A draw against Maidstone, the best result of the 3. And then a little bit of reverse fortunes. Winning against Welling, a defeat to Dagenham Redbridge, and a win against Woking. So it's at Bath City and Burgess Hill today, who are below us in the league table. And in theory, give us a chance to go out and do the business and showcase potentially how good we are. The problem we've got right now is, well, okay, that's a problem, right? There's one real perk to this, is there's only one side getting relegated from this division, with lots of teams above us, of course, there to take the position from. It's going to be a really difficult time this year. I don't know. This is the position we're in. We could be promoted or we could be relegated, it feels like, even now. Right, 22 points. We are not that far away from the side propping up the table. And equally, only 10 points from the side it's sitting in 7th place. If you go on a run that's good, you're going to go up. If you go on one that's bad, you're going to go down, and or at least be in the conversation for both of those scenarios. We are very much in the centre of that right now, and today's results will be a huge factor, I think, and a huge indicator to whether we'll be in the top conversation or the bottom conversation. Of course, there's one that we'd much rather be in. Right then, here we go. Bath City to come first. Then team-wise, this one, we've changed things up just a little bit. I'm using something I've used online against people before, but never really used too much offline. Fleming in goal, Minivan, Reeve, Devitt and Harfield at the back. We've got Hawks, Smith and cousin Brad Carr in the centre for this one. Cohen is nearly back to full fitness again. Has been out for a little bit, lacking a bit of sharpness. Hopefully, I look at the bench. Actually, they're all coming back to fitness. There might be a reason here to change things around a little bit. Cousin Brad Carr maybe to step out, a Cohen to come in. I'm just thinking Rasulo or cousin Brad Carr to go onto the bench. You only get 5 subs at this level, which is really frustrating because I do feel like I get quite restricted by that, especially with the squad that I've got. And Beaker and Hoey will be up front. Calder on the right hand side. Here we go then. All right, we're trusting in the Mbika-Hoey partnership that's been so fruitful for us in recent seasons. Hopefully today, again, they do an absolute business. They're both, I wouldn't say struggling, but we're struggling for goals generally, and they are a part of that. But the problem we've had so far this year, and it's kind of obvious based on where we're sat, right, the inconsistencies that we've got as a newly promoted side are kind of to be expected, so I can't really grumble too much, but the progression of the team, changing the formation just subtly now and again, keeping that player on the right-hand side, allowing Harfield this space to move forward, which is great when he's got the ball, not so great when he doesn't have the ball. We'll just move this back as they are going forward here. Mampala beats his man, all ends up. Devitt there. Oh, he does really, really well, actually, to defend eventually and clear the ball forward towards Hoey and Mbika. You can see just trying to work on this defender here, the right centre-back, but they found a space in behind. It's been disallowed for offside. Bath City thought they had the lead after 46 seconds, but no, not this time. Way off. At least a couple of yards, right? So no danger there, viewers. Just breaking rules. You know, nothing to see here. Everyone relax. Barnes off to Chesters. I say this episode really is going to be a big one because what's that that goes in? I think if we beat these two sides, there is a serious conversation to be had that we can get into towards those playoff positions. As Calder's throwing there, he's surely fouled Mbika as it was straight into Mbika's feet. It's going to be a penalty kick. I think Mbika will take it. He will do. The big man stepping up to give us the lead. Away win at Bath, and then Burgess Hill, of course, a side we've played many times before. Mbika's penalty is slotted home, and it's Thames 1, Bath City 0. All right, a little bit fortunate, but like we could be on 28 points by the end of today. That's sizable. That's a chunk, viewers. That's a sizable chunk towards those promotion spots. And I'd just like to creep in and give us a bit of a platform. Because, of course, if you get to the National League, we are one step away then. We're 2 at the moment. We're 1 step away if we get promoted from league football, as that over the top has caused us all sorts of problems. Fleming, though, stands tall. Actually didn't commit, didn't go down. Chips happened very often on this year's Football Manager. I was worried it was going to happen just then. It's a corner to Bath City, played in and cleared away by Reeve, who does really, really well. And Beaker now on the breakaway. He's got Hoey ahead of him. Will Mbika be able to go all the way here? If he beats his man, you never know. He's been held up a little bit, though. Defensively, that was quite good. I think he fired it against Mbika. All right, we'll encourage the boys. They're doing well. They're playing well. Some of the shouts this year don't seem like, if I was 1-0 up and having a decent-ish performance but not having the best of it out entirely, I would encourage my players to carry on being decent, and sometimes I just don't react at all. I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. I am, very much so. The penalty is giving us something to protect, which is great, especially away from home. So I'm going to keep a close eye on those average ratings. Smith is the one so far on a booking, not playing particularly well. As it's gone all the way through, blow it, dropped to Mbika, who nearly fired home. Let's get Zach Smith off. Let's bring Cousin Brad Carr in the centre. It makes sense. Cousin Brad Carr, Cousin Brad Carr, all over the place, can play multiple spots in the midfield. So bring him in centrally to play a more defensive role, not a problem at all, especially when he's got creative players either side of him. As it goes towards their centre forward, you see Cousin Brad Carr recycling. Really well done though by Reeve, though, stepping out from the back. Hawks now lifting it forward towards Calder. That's not his best work. There was a little bit of talk in the comment section that we can maybe play the Christmas tree system. We could play Calder and then Mbika, as we're not reacting to that at all. The keeper falls to the ground as Manassi, Mampala, great name. Mampala I said before, but Manassi at the start of it makes it even better. Eminem. It's good name. This ball over the top, though, just not reacting at all. There's two defenders there that equally, one of them goes to it and we probably deal with it. Neither of them do. In the forward areas, we're not playing our best game. Rasulo, for me, is the man to come on. We are going to play this, but we're going to play Mbika through the centre, and we're going to make an attacking midfielder in Rasulo to play in behind them. We're taking away a little bit then from our wider areas. We're coming a little bit more central, giving a little bit more emphasis to the two players either side of our central midfielder to bomb on a little bit more and be there in support, as well, of course, encouraging our fullbacks to get forward a little more regularly now as well. As the ball's knocked down, Cousin Brad Carr swings a leg at it and sort of half clears it. The ball again down that channel. Oh my! What have I just watched? I don't know what Fleming's done, viewers. I was talking about promotion, and now we're 2-1 down because of this. Are you kidding? Barnes plays it forward. It's so confusing, viewers. Pick it up. Never mind. 2-1 down. Absolute shambles. Highlight after the goal. Let's get back on level terms quickly. Hoey's having a shocker, by the way. We might have to make a change up front. We'll see what comes from this highlight. And Mbika, great first touch. Lays it off to Minivan. Is he going to go back inside? You can see Cousin Brad Carr, always available for the pass. That's what you want to see from him. It's whether he can loft one forward. Hoey looks offside to me. I'm not going to get excited because I'm pretty sure it was off, yeah. It's a decent run from him. First time we've seen him do anything in the game, really. Hawks also in central midfield having a poor one. It's a question of, do you bring Farley on up front, either footed? Again, Hoey's not having the best game. He's just run offside there. Farley's going to enter the fray. 15 minutes to go. We'll go attacking as well. Not long left, is there? So we might as well. We'll try and demand a bit more from the boys. 6 minutes or so, not even that now. Time is really ticking away. As a throw-in for Bath is one of the worst throw-ins I think I'll see this year. Really, really poor. Played up towards Mbika. Not going to be the ball though, is it? And now it gives them a chance again to come forward. Now that is lofted towards us. Now, can this be the chance for us? Ball is flicked on. Is it by Rasulo? It is eventually. Mbika, the ball. Oh, the run there. He looks offside to me. Farley in on goal. It's been tipped wide. 4 minutes of added time is going to be added on at the end of the game. So still 5 minutes left. Come on, boys. It's a corner put in by Mbika, who I probably should be in the centre because of his size. Floats one in. It's easily dealt with. 4 minutes. Is there to be a goal? I can't do any more shouts. The time ticks away. It's just the inconsistency of every performance, viewers. XG-wise, we've really grown into that game. Of course, the penalty's a big help to the XG, but even so, hands in pockets. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. And now we play Burgess Hill, and as I say, we are in danger of going into that conversation. Right now, it looks pretty safe, but we've lost more games than we've won, and we've drawn 7 this season, which is just as many as anyone, really. So we've got to start turning. I said it before. Do you start turning some of these draws into wins by going for them, or are you happy as a new promoted side just to sit and settle? It's interesting, isn't it? When you do a YouTube save, there is this idea of I need to be progressing all the time. You can see we've slipped back down to the bottom of that list again now. We're 250 to 1 as my head cuts off on the other side. It's weird because I want to bring you as much action as possible, but this is one of those seasons where we probably can progress a little quicker unless we really start to get into danger. I think we all appreciate that, right, viewers? I think comment section, let me know if you agree. I think I probably move this forward as a save a little bit quicker, so we don't need quite as many updates. Maybe we come back for Regen Day around that period of time, and then maybe even towards the end of the season. Of course, it's going to depend how it plays out. We've got another game to come against Burgess Hill. Burgess Hill are a side that are below us, 16 points, can come up to 19. That's what I mean, they're in touching distance if they beat us. Right, we might have to change things around a little bit. A lot of people suggested we play like a 4-4-2 or make things a little bit more simple. Only Billy Lowe's really can play on that left-hand side. I don't have anybody else that could play out on the left wing. I looked high and low for left wingers that was going to make sense for us, but it's not really been particularly fruitful. We are trying to create this overload on this side. I'm just thinking tactically, is there something that needs to change? 3 days until the game against Burgess Hill. Let's get there and let's have a talk about it and a think about it. I've actually got a new series starting next Monday. I say a new series, an old series coming back, which is Do It Better, where I take the game seriously. I know. You're a bit like, no, I'm not here for that. No, I take over a team that have done particularly poorly in real life, and I attempt to do it better. The first one, I'll say, will be out on Monday. You know what, this is a surprise. You'll see who it is. Any predictions? Right then, one change I want to make, because he's back fit to play. Borman's going to come in, of course. We played him a lot last season. I'm going to change it up just a touch. I was going to make them more central, but I'm actually going to play Hoey off and Beaker again. My only worry with Hoey is he's not left-footed. He's right only. I don't think I have any left-footed strikers, although Farley can play either. So I think the fact he can do either probably means he's a better bet than Hoey. Goal scored this season as well. Farley is destroying Hoey. Hoey's only got 1 goal so far. I don't know when he started Hoey. 5 games, only 1 goal. And that wasn't even in the league, it turns out. That was FA Cup. So, yeah, worrying times for Hoey. This might sort of be the end of the Hoey chapter. What a sentence. Calder, Hawks, Cohen, Bourne's there of course as well, Harfield, Devitt, Reeve and Minivan at the back, Fleming in goal. We saw a few errors. He is improving a little bit, so again we need to hope this game time does continue to improve him. It is working. Of course he's a young player, still lots of time to grow, especially as a goalkeeper, so we can't worry about it too much. The January period has just ended. Of course that's a period where you can buy players, but ordinarily free transfers are the way that we do our business. Right, here we go. We're playing Odyssey Spy Rides. I forget how many times we played this man. I forget he plays for them every time, but then we come up against him and he scores against me every time as well. Westmore, don't do it. Not the first highlight of the game. Williams goes close with a header. We're still not filling out this stand, which is annoying. I hope KFC renew their sponsorship of the Streamer Showdown, because otherwise I probably have to remove these ad boards. They're not paying to be part of this video, by the way. It might look like subliminal advertising. So if you do fancy some chicken today, be my guest. I obviously don't want to be someone that influences your choices and decisions, so I won't say any more of it. Oh, that really is delicious. Right, nice possession from us as the ball forwards to Mbika's knocked down. Calder back to Mbika. He's going to win another penalty. He's gone down under a challenge from Kipson, who's been booked. He was maybe last man there. Mbika's going to step up. Of course, he scored last game. Can he do it again? He cannot. It was a terrible penalty. Flipping heck. Well, that, viewers, that was absolutely awful. So, good to see you. All right, Burgess Hill in there. Which has become quite a famous green kit that I'm playing against. Kipson on the booking obviously is good news for us. So it might mean Mbika can cause him a few more problems and hopefully get him sent off. Because, 10 men versus 11, you'd think we'd have an advantage, wouldn't you? Higgins, though, racing on a goal. Fleming just died. Fleming loves a camera save. I noticed this now. He dives a lot in that fashion, as Calder's long throw is lofty, but not particularly accurate. Calder back on it again, though. We should probably have Minivan taking them, to be honest. As Bourne picks it up, over to Devitt. Back to Bourne. He's got options on this side. You can see there is a bit of an overload with the way that Minivan holds the width out here. Towards Mbika, though, well, he couldn't score a penalty, viewers, but that ball over the top was sensational. Mbika finishes it. It's a very common goal this year on Football Manager. Maybe it's just at this lower level, but yeah, we'll take it. 1-0. Especially when you think this comes from our centre-back. The fact that Reeves playing this just inside their half, and then Mbika. It's partially square pitch based. Don't get me wrong, like we do play for these scenarios, as we've now got a free kick. Calder whips one in, we're in there, but it's cleared away. We have to get there first. Reeves going to trundle back as Minivan now goes forward on this right hand side. You can see him. The ball's gone to Mbika, though. It's very similar to the last one. Hart with a brilliant save behind for a corner. We're not going to watch the corner because, of course, we're not. It went out for a throw in. So I'll say no more. 9 points off 7th as things stand, and 11 points off the bottom. So we are still just sort of, I don't know. It's weird to be in this position. I've not really been in this spot yet, apart from maybe the first or second season was a little bit like this. And we're sort of back there again, not knowing if we're coming or going. We're just stationary. We're statuesque, viewers. 13th, very middle of the rest of the pack. And yeah, I guess we'll see how it develops this year. But 20 games gone. That gives you a pretty good indication of where you sit, especially without additions to the team. Performance-wise, only a Cohen is performing maybe under what you'd expect. Everyone else is pretty much at the level as there is Spyrides. I am concerned because I know what he's capable of. Minivan! I'll tell you what, we've not had minivan before. That is a sensational challenge, goodness me. Picked up the kids, put them in the back and slid in and intercepted. And then the clearance away. And we defend that well. All right, Farley's had a shocker up front. We're going to bring on Hoey for the final 10. Can he get his first league goal for us this season? Up to 12th as well. Calder's got a throw-in. It's lofting pretty high towards Hoey. Flicked back towards Calder. We've got lots of men in the middle right now. He's got to try and pick one out. And Beaker, of course, one of the targets. Hawks is there as well. This left-hand side, loads of space. Borman, though, puts it back in the centre. Hart comes and claims. And he might try and clear this quickly. And again, square pitch. You've got to be careful. He does launch it forward. We're there to intercept, and the highlight will continue. Devitt now towards Hoey. I think he's offside again, viewers. He was. This is a theme of David Hoey right now. We're going to go more cautious as they get a free kick as I do it. I just thought to myself, let's try and see this out now. Moss in loads of space. He's offside. Wow. I did not think he was. But the goal that's levelled it will not count. Got another long throw. Calder has been on these today. Lofted forward. Hoey's there. It's headed a clear. We've got to be careful. We don't put too many defenders forward for him, so it's not too much of a concern. Hoey's offside again. He's at the bar. He's offside, though. It's happening time and time again. Damien Hoey doesn't know the rules, but fortunately, I do. A win, it means 3 points, and that will see us... I don't know, we may have got up to 12th there. I saw quite late on. We'll take it. It sums up the season, viewers. This is the type of season. When I look back at this year, I'll say what happened in season 5. It was this. It was a loss, a draw, a win, a loss, a draw, a win all the time. And there we are. Then it'll be 6 wins, 7 draws, 7 defeats. I would predict our next game to be a win, so we can have 7s across the board. But yeah, certainly not a jackpot, is it? As Thames FC there, you can see them playing in the FA Cup. Just a little update for Thames FC. Up into 5th right now. The current manager is still Hans Dieter Flick, who was of course Bayern Munich manager, and Ben Sports News is Rotherham manager. Since when? I'm gonna have to ring him tomorrow. We're gonna have to find out what's going on. How long's he been there? From Thames to Rotherham. It was last year. I thought he was just jobless for ages. No way! He's got 49 days. I was only just joined, really, then. So far, he's got in 3 wins, 3 draws, 3 defeats. They're 23rd of the championship. We're going to face Ben Sports... Right, the way Ben Sports News' career is going, we're going to face off against him, and I can't flipping wait. Alright, if you enjoyed today's video, please drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel, as another Chuckle Brother has turned up in Rotherham. You'll love to see it.